All right, welcome back to the Hotel Orloff. Here is my beautiful mother. It's Mother's Day, May 11th, 2025. My father was in basic training in San Antonio and met my mother, and they quickly got married. That picture's kind of messed up. Drew the dog is at his nap, interrupted her nap, sorry. San Antonio Riverbank. That's my father with, on the picture it says Chuck, Betty, Raj, and Mike. And I don't really know who those people are, honestly. I always like these old pictures where you get the cigarette right in the kid's face. But I guess they were friends of my mother's, possibly. Looks like they went to the zoo, possibly. My father. I grew up with that piano constantly in the house. Fayette S. Cable, it said on it. December 13th, 1952. My parents are married. 47th Infantry Division Chapel. That is my grandfather there, and my who I knew, and he passed away when I was in fourth grade. Fourth grade. My grandmother I never knew. She passed away right before I was born. The bride wore a powder blue lace frock with short full skirt and high neckline. Best man and matron of honor. They were married in Alabama. Married at Camp Rucker. This is a great picture. I blew this one up once. It really is a great picture, just right out of Hollywood. San Antonio Airport. Then we're off in the Korean War. This is apparently the battalion commander. The photo says on it that my father on the left was standing in a ditch. I guess that's explaining why he appears shorter. Wonder if this house is still there. This is the summer of 1953 in San Antonio. That's my grandfather. No, it's Laredo, Texas. I'm wrong. I guess my grandparents were living in Laredo at the time. That's my mother. Look at that. My grandmother, my maternal grandmother that I never met because she passed away before I was born. It says porch at 611 West Magnolia. So we can see that's Nana, my grandmother. Summer 1953. Summer 54, Laredo, Texas. That's my grandfather. This is my other grandmother in Philadelphia. She came over from Ireland as a little girl. This is in Philadelphia. This is mother holding Charles's letter in March of '52. These pictures are tiny. Give you a sense of scale. So this, I guess, is my father back from the war. I'm not sure who that's probably his brother. His brother Jim, yeah. This is my dad's sister. And my mom. I think she's pregnant here. Summer '54 with my brother Steve. And that's an uncle. And yes, here's my brother Steve. First photograph. It's good that these pictures are getting put on the internet so that this is him at 4 days old. In case something happens to me or to the house or something. Or 3 weeks. About 3 weeks, he's getting his first bath. 4 weeks. My father's written it, "Isn't it great to be alive?" with a question mark after it. That's 25 days old. Four weeks. My father writes these little, "Why don't you buy me a crib? This is what the angels look like." He's writing these things kind of like those trading cards he used to get with the monsters that always had little funny things. Watching over Dad. What is my dad reading? Probably U.S. News and World Report. Let's see here. October 2nd, 1954. Well, I guess that's baptism, huh? Wouldn't you think? Who has an umbrella? Okay, I guess. Wonderful dreams. Yes, maybe you can tell me what rank he is here, those of you watching that are military. This picture must have gone here. First Christmas. Looking at the stuffed animals. Nearly 5 months. Oh, dang. Tons of pictures of him and my older brother as babies, and then there were a lot of pictures of me as a baby, but then after I was a baby, there's not as many pictures as, of me. First Easter. Little Richard and Steve. No, not the Little Richard, it's a different Little Richard. Easter. He's got Nabisco sugar honey grounds. Got his Easter basket. Oh, this is a big, thick album, man. I didn't realize how thick this was. Zeroing in on the toys. First birthday, August 31st, 1955. The second Christmas. Look at that clown. Oh, this is the birth of my brother Mike. February 1956, several weeks old. So, these must be the, well, that's my uncle. Those, oh man, that guy on the right looks a lot like I did when I was a kid. And but anyway, those are my two uncles with my brother Steve. These must be some friends. I guess they're, what do you call them, godparents. Yeah. And my brother Mike's still around. Yawning. Look at that. This is my brother Steve at 2 years, 4 months. Oh, look at that Easter spread. Try to zero in on this. It's the best resolution to get the. I just want to. That is really cool. Oh well. So much you can do with such a little picture. Easter 1957. I'm still 8 years away. That's my grandfather. That's not the wagon that I still have to this day. That's a different wagon. Whoa. They must be on the back porch. That spills. Look at that. Looks like a birthday party. Fort Bliss, Texas. Christmas 1957. What toys do we have here? Airplanes. Oh, that's not good. Seeing all my microscopic view of the hair on my hands is pretty horrifying. Ooh, this is looking good, man. Look at this car. That's my brother Mike, and nearly 2 years old. That is a really cool car. That was never passed down to me. Who knows what happened to that car? Christmas Day, 1957. Backyard, Fort Bliss, Texas. I don't know who the little girl was. Must be a friend in the neighborhood. Birthday, tricycle. These old scrapbooks, the pictures don't always stay where they're supposed to be. Looks like the camera's taken out for birthdays and Christmases and Easters, and when kids are in pools and things. That's cool. Birthday parties. Country Club. What does it say there? Country Club Drive, North Carolina. They must have lived in North Carolina for a little. I didn't know that. Country Club Drive must have been their address. That must have been a brief That TV set was before my time. I don't know, a little girl must be a friend. We've got some color pictures coming up here in a minute, I see. I guess they have the birthday parties outside so the kids don't make too much of a mess. That's actually a good idea. Oh, looks like you got a bike. Oh, look at that. What Christmas presents do they have? That CalArt box, that's a camera box that's still around in the house now. That's a great picture. That would be great on the cover of a 45 RPM record. It's just so evocative of the 50s. Everything about it. Another birthday. This is passport picture before I was around. Mom and two brothers. La Rochelle, France, summer 1960. That's the Telefunken console stereo that my dad bought while he was stationed in France. Birthday party looks like. Pin the tail on the donkey. Getting into Christmas 1960. These airplanes. Seeing if any of these toys survived. Some of their toys were passed down to me. I wasn't born for another few years. Those might be comic books down there, but can't tell what they are. That looks like that could be a Casper toy, possibly. I don't know. See, this piece of furniture is back behind me right now. Right there. What's this picture here? Right after they first woke up Christmas morning. So I tend to zero in on the gifts to see what kind of toys they got. They're still in France. Summer of '61. There's that piece of furniture, the secretary that's sitting behind me. I wish I could find a replica or an exact cat sculpture like that. And that was all my mother's Hummels. Most of those were passed to other, people. I only got one of them, or two of them, I think, when my mother passed away. Not that I'm a big fan of Hummels or anything, but it's something my mother had. August 61. This is my brother Steve's 7th birthday. And look at the comic spread out here. Space Mouse. There's a Devil Giant. I wonder which one that is. There's a Mickey Mouse comic and a Looney Tunes comic. I'm gonna have to look at, I think I might have that Space Mouse. I have a couple of Space Mouse comics, and the reason I was getting them is because of this picture and trying to reclaim stuff that my older brothers had. Looks like they mainly had Dell stuff. Looney Tunes. So I'm gonna look for that Looney Tunes cover, that Space Mouse riding Sputnik, and that Devil Giant. I think it says it's clearly Disney. Maybe there's some better pictures. Oh yeah, here's a better picture of the comic book spread.